What's going on, guys? And we're in our first video of our new series called Wikipedia. And it sounds like I'm going to copy some words from Wikipedia. But no, not at all. In fact, I'm translating of what's on Wikipedia. So I'm sure there are plenty of you young children watching here. And if you don't understand Wikipedia, then I will help you understand. I think so, actually, but we'll divide this in parts. So first part. So for our first series, we are gonna do crocodiles. Yep, crocodiles, all right. Yeah, let me just adjust this. All right. But we're doing crocodiles, all right. Now, we're having trends. So that's going to be the first part of our series. Sorry, that's the chair creaking, or whatever, however comes it. So first species we have is the American crocodile. There's also the American alligator. Oh, I forgot. I'm supposed to show this in the first part of the video. If you can't tell the difference between crocodiles and alligators, look at their snouts. Crocodiles have more V-shaped snout, while alligators have like a U-shaped snout. So crocodiles usually just eat fish. But there are some crocodiles that eat humans. I know it sounds scary, okay? But just ignore it for now, because crocodiles are usually nowhere near humans. Crocky down. Anyway, never mind. We'll get started. There's also another difference, and that's crocodiles, when they close their mouth, their teeth, they don't the bottom teeth show up, while alligators, they don't. They're all inside the mouth. Anyway, let's get started. American crocodile, not American alligator, okay? It's supposed to be a big crocodile, and yet is and it does not like seawater. So it's like water. It's like unsalted water with salted water combined together. So there's a little salt in this water. It's called brackish water. But let's continue. It's brackish water, so it's very not as salty as the sea, then not as not salty as unsalty water. And these crocodiles are not you don't see them a lot. They're very rare. That's what rare means. But it is still but the populations, which means how much there are left. People have been killing many crocodiles, but this one is vulnerable, which means not to need to worry too much, but still endangered, which means there's not a lot. And then let's go to the next. American crocodiles go. They're in South Florida. American crocodiles are in South Florida. If you're in South Florida, there's the Caribbean Islands. So if you're in if you live on the Caribbean Islands, watch out for American crocodiles. they might eat you. There's also in the Caribbean Basin. I don't know if you know about it, but okay. And then we're going to the next one called slender snouted crocodile. It lives in the central and western Africa, which is a really unvisited part. It's not very big, but not very small. And it has like a very thin snout, narrow, not very like thick, like a Nile. This crocodile seems to have it's a bit like it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. They live in fresh water, so they don't like. I don't think they like to live in salt water. So I don't think you'll find. If you're near the ocean, don't worry. There are no slender snouted crocodiles there. Besides, they're in Central and Western Africa. I don't think many of you are in Africa. But maybe you are. I don't know. But let's go to the next one. The Orinoco crocodile. I have no idea how to pronounce that. It's in Colombia and Venezuela, I guess. It's a big species. It's a big one. It's a big crocodile. Also has a snout like the slender snouted crocodile. And it's pale. It's not very dark. It's pretty bright. It's supposed to be. But it does have dark brown markings. It's in a basin too. Not the Caribbean Basin, the Orinoco Basin. I don't know how to pronounce it. It does prey on large mammals, so probably it preys on humans. I have no idea, though it's critically endangered, which means there's not many left. So, if you find one, don't kill it, but don't let it kill you either, okay? Because they're critically endangered. And then there's the freshwater crocodile, which is easy to pronounce. And then they're in Australia, northern Australia. It's pretty small, with the same snout, and it's pretty light, but it's dark on the tail. The freshwater crocodile stays away, doesn't want battles with the saltwater crocodile, so it stays away from the sea. So if you live near the sea and you're pretty far from the river, don't worry, there are no freshwater crocodiles can attack you, even if you're in northern Australia. Besides, they only feed on fish and small vertebrates like small birds, probably some small reptiles, small mammals. Okay. And then there's the Philippine crocodile, which is I think it lives in the Philippines. It's small. It's a bit small species, but it doesn't have that snout. It has a thicker snout, pretty broad. That's what broad means, not very V. It's more like W shape. And it lives in fresh water, so you don't need to worry if you live near salt water. Alright, let's just stop talking about if they'll attack you, okay? Let's just talk about them. It's the most endangered crocodile, so if you find many, don't kill it. There's also the Morlet's crocodile. Doesn't sound, I don't know. It's in the Atlantic. Oh, I think it lives in pretty cold places like in Mexico or Brazil or Guatemala. So it's not very big, but it can be a little bit big with the broad snout. It's pretty dark and it lives in fresh water, and it feeds on mammals. I think small mammals, birds and reptiles. Least concerned, so I think it's okay. As they're not humans are not worrying about these. Least concern, that's what it means. It means humans are not worried about it. So there's also the Nile crocodile, which I think is the second biggest the animal with those long mouth and tail. The second one is the gharial, or is it? It's like a false gharial or black gharial or something like that. Sorry. The biggest one is the saltwater crocodile. No, it's not that big. It's though it's very big. And it's aggressive, which means it will attack you. It can attack you, even if you don't attack it. And it also has that broad snout. Especially if it's old, it'll definitely have a broad snout, I think. That's what it means. And it has not very dark, but dark, like, do you know how some metals are like bronze colored? It's like dark bronze. So it's like a metal that has been, well, never mind. I mean, that's its color. So it lives in fresh water, but it also can be found in brackish, which is a bit salted water. It's an apex predator. Okay, sorry. Apex predator means like no one attacks it. Well, yes. Not many people attack it. I can list a few apex predators. We have like saltwater crocodile. Yes. I know. There's a tiger too. Killer whale. Electric eels. Humans. If you don't know what are humans, then take a mirror and you'll see one. Reticulate python. That's the longest snake. It's the longest snake, so it's very long. It's like 10 meters long. If you don't know how long 10 meters, and take a measuring tape and do tail. And then look for 10 meters long. Whale shark has no natural predators, which means it's an apex predator. Bald eagle, apex predator. American alligators are also very. It's not exactly an apex predator because armed humans and larger crocodiles can kill them. So they stay out of the way of humans and armed humans and larger crocodiles. Do be armed just in case you're going out in the wild. Cape hunting dogs. They're hunters, and I think they're also scavengers, maybe. But there's also Tasmanian devil. Are very small but are very dangerous. Stay away from them. They're also apex predators, even though they're small. I think they're smaller than you. There's also honey badger. I don't think it doesn't really say if it's an apex predator. There's also a giant squid, which is not very. Sperm whales do eat giant squid. So giant squids, if there's a battle of giant squid and sperm whales, the giant squid would lose. There's also driver ants, even though they're small, and they're blind. Their size of swarm, it means how big they can go in packs. They can take out a deer in like 5 minutes, I think. They keep on biting whatever's in their way if they don't get out of the way in the time. Kodiak bear is the largest bear, I think, bear. But polar bear is the second largest. All right, let's go back to crocodiles. Just wanted to let you know. There's also a New Guinea crocodile. This species is a bit dark, yeah. And if you find a baby New Guinea crocodile, it'll have a very V-shaped snout. But when it grows, it'll become more U-shaped. New Guinea crocodiles stay in freshwater habits, even though I think they like salt water, but they're not like hurt by salt water. But they do that to avoid competition and predation, which means they don't want to be eaten or compete with saltwater crocodiles. This New Guinea crocodiles feed on small birds, small reptiles, small fish, and all sorts to medium size. But not insects, okay? No, not insects. There's also it's in the island of New Guinea. The New Guinea crocodile, so this is pretty obvious. There's also the mugger crocodile, which is in the Indian subcontinent, and it's Indian. Okay, it's confusing. Let's just say they're in India or something. The modest-sized crocodile. Okay, they have a very U-shaped snout and looks like an alligator. And it's I think its snout is very alligator-like, even though it's a crocodile. And it's pretty bright to me. It's dark gray to brown coloration. But I think there are dark. Most crocodiles stay away from saltwater crocodiles and just the neck crocodile. That's the same with mugger crocodiles. They are found in coastal swamps, which means they're found in basically never mind. Well, they just live in swamps, but they stay away from areas that are like so many saltwater crocodiles there. But they feed on plenty of vertebrates, which have backbones. New Guinea crocodile feed on small to medium-sized vertebrates. There's a saltwater crocodile. It's the biggest living reptile, not including dinosaurs. I meant biggest living reptile. Living reptile. Dinosaurs are not living. So, saltwater crocodile. Since dinosaurs are gone, saltwater crocodile wins. The big reptile competition, and it's very aggressive. It can attack you even if you don't attack it or don't do anything. It has a U shape. An old crocodile have U shapes. So, young saltwater crocodiles are usually pretty yellowish. But when they get older, they get dark green sort of color. But they live in like rivers, probably over stretches of rivers. I don't know what that means. They live in brackish water, not very salty water. And then let's see. It's not very endangered, but don't shoot it for no reason. I don't know why we would. It's an apex predator. Looks obvious. There's also the Cuban crocodile, which you would think it's from Cuba. It's only found in the Zapata swamp. And that's in Cuba. They're small, but very aggressive. So it means it will go after you without thinking. I think it's the most aggressive crocodile there is. But they are very pebbled. It means there's it's a bit like a leopard or something. But they have U-shaped snout, large teeth, big teeth. In the past, they said they prey on giant sloths. It's critically endangered, which means not many left, so don't shoot one for no reason, okay? Alright, let me say this once. Don't shoot a crocodile for no reason. Have a reason to do it. But if it's a critically endangered, don't do it, even if you really want to. But if it's really, really important, then alright, fine. But I don't think you're allowed to do Philippine crocodile. Alright, let's just go on the next one. Siamese crocodile. It's in Indonesia, Brunei, and East Malaysia, and southern of Indochina. I do not know that place. But I live in Malaysia, but East Malaysia, I don't know where am I. I just know I'm in Malaysia, Johor. Not going to say anything else. Keeping it quiet. So I don't think I'm very endangered. You don't very good miss. Oh, so they can feed Oh, Siamese crocodile might be already extinct in the wild. Do not shoot this no matter what. Shoot another one that's like least concern. That don't kill yourself for no reason. Like probably more let's crocodile because it's least concern. Least concern means no problem. But don't shoot too many so it's in the endangered list, okay? Now. Sorry. It lives in fresh water, so it means no salt. Vertebrates. They eat medium-sized animals with backbones. And there's also West African crocodile. I was gonna say alligator for no reason. It's western. It's in Western and Central Africa. People have been studying it recently, not very long ago, and they said it's a distinct species from the larger Nile crocodile. So it's a bit smaller than the larger Nile crocodile, and has slightly narrower snout. Oh, it's much smaller than the Nile crocodile. Slightly narrow, which means actually, let's look at it. Nile. Alright, it has a broad. It's not very broad. It's like U-ish. It's like V-ish U. Sort of. And the last but not least, not exactly last, there's the dwarf crocodile. It's the smallest crocodile. It has very dark coloration, black when it's adults, when it's like a child, like some of you are, they're light brown banding. They live in Western Africa, tropical forests of Western Africa. I do not know those. I'm not a geology expert. I just know some countries. They feed on small vertebrates, animals with backbones, but they also can feed on big sea animals without backbones called invertebrates. It's vulnerable, which means it doesn't have many, but there's one more called a Toxitoma, which is not a true crocodile. This is around 40 extant peaks. Yeah, these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, what? 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep, that's 14 species. So that's all for tonight, for this day, and I think you'll enjoy. Bye!